Okay, Charles LeBlanc here, part 2. There was a lot of other issues. A couple of issues I want to talk about. Like, I don't want to continue it like a, go with like, boy, the bureaucrats are coming out. Everybody's coming out. It's okay. I don't want to continue this like an Andre Murray style, like talk about it for 20 minutes or a long time. But the bottom line is racism and the Justice Department. What we need to do, we need to stop it immediately. What I'm talking about is Andre Murray. Turn around. He had no fixed address. Now, when he was arrested, it was during a breach of undertaking, and he was arrested. Make a long story short, I'm sorry, I just got confused. Some people are walking by here. I have ADHD, I'm distracted. I'm very sorry, I apologize. But Andre Murray was talking. His case was complex. Like he was living somewhere, rent to own, or he had to rent a place. And then the banks took over the place, and then instead of being evicted, he fought the system through the Justice Department inside the courtroom. It went on for months and months and months and months. At the end, the next door neighbor accused him of assaulting. He assaulted the next door neighbor. It was on video. I don't know the whole story. But the bottom line, he was arrested. He was transferred at the St. John Correctional Center at a provincial jail. That's another thing. Since the Fredericton Police Force are so keen to arrest good law-abiding citizens and the less fortunate, why don't we have a provincial jail here in Fredericton? We got one in Moncton, we got one in Edmundston, we got one in the Miramichi, Dalhousie, St. John, but Fredericton, 70% of the inmates in St. John are from Fredericton. Have you already traveled with those little vans? They handcuff you in the back, just like the Duke of Hazzard. Yeah, just terrible. So anyway, Andre Murray was in court. And once he was in court, he was told by the Fredericton Police Force, by duty council, by orders of the Fredericton Police Force, that if he didn't have a fixed address, he would be remanded in custody for months pending his trial, and that could be months and months and months. Right off the bat, they said, no, we don't have a fixed address. They don't even use the shelter anymore as a fixed address. If you don't have a fixed address, you don't. So some friends step forward, and then they use their address or whatever. And the bottom line of my story is, me and two other people in the courtroom, we stood up and we said, you can't have that guy remanded in custody because he doesn't have a fixed address. I mean, what's going on here? So that sort of changed everything. But we still need a provincial inquiry to find out why a homeless person is arrested with no fixed address, and the racist members of the Fredericton Police Force are allowed to remand them in custody pending a trial which could take 6 months to a year. Another thing I want to talk about, our First Nation. I'm not Native. I have a lot of Native friends, a lot of Native enemies also. But anyway, the point is this. There's a lot of problems with the natives and our justice system. In my opinion, I think all First Nation, they're all giving to their people royalty checks twice a year, and they treat them good. But I think they should take the money and get a lawyer, their own lawyer. Could be a white man, could be a native, doesn't matter, as long that they protect the natives that's being arrested by the Fredericton Police Force. I think they need somebody in there on duty to make sure that they're right. Like B.J. Wolf that's been in jail for 4 months. He had Doug Smith as a duty counsel. He's no good. I had him, trust me. And that's why I went in jail for 2 days. But in there, it's like any other workplace. Oh no, we say that Doug Smith is no good. Then the judge gets mad because that's his co-worker. So then they said, oh no, he's doing wonderful work. Our system is corrupt. I don't know how we're going to change it, but there has to be some major changes. Now, if you're not afraid, there's some people who's been arrested by the Fredericton Police Force and they're afraid. But if you're not afraid to voice your opinion against the injustice that's going on within these walls in Fredericton, send me an email. oldmaison@yahoo.com. OLDMAISE. Look, see our buddies, the fascist, racist members of the Fredericton Police Force. So I think they're all looking after us. It's nice to be paranoid. oldmaison@yahoo.com. Meet with me. We will discuss your issues. We have, if it happened to me, and others that I have heard of, so other people has heard of, what other person did it happen to that we will never hear or see it in the media? I'm ready to step forward and give the citizen their stories, put it on the blog so the whole public could know about the corruption that's going on within our justice system here in Fredericton.